That game, wake up that day feeling great. Energy was high. I was ready for the game, excited, and it's just an unlucky play. I got Giannis on the back door. Went up to dunk it hard. I saw he was a little bit behind me, so I went up to dunk it hard. Dunked it. He kind of jumped late, and as I came down, I felt a little bit of a little bump on my knee, kind of from the side, and right in that moment, like just my knee just buckled in. It was a short move and it was quick, and as soon as it happened, I felt a sharp pain, and I thought, I didn't think. My first thought wasn't that it's a torn ACL.
He texted me, I would say about 10 minutes later, and he said, "Listen, I feel already better. I can put my foot on the floor. And I think it's just a sprain. I'm going to be fine."
At one moment, I told the doctors that I think I'm ready to go get back in the game, and they just weren't convinced that I was prepared to go back in. So they wanted to do an MRI, and then the MRI showed that there's a tear in the ACL.
That was the moment when we had this. When we even talked later on, it was like this shock moment when you. And I would say it lasted for like a day and a half. When you kind of, those things happen, but you never think that it's going to happen to him. And it's almost like there's a certain shock because you can't believe that that's happening actually. And then you kind of, after a day and a half, we all kind of understood, and we just. The next day we were meeting doctors, and the next day he was already working out, and we went from there. I mean, I think that night when he tore his ACL, we got back home, and Martins took a tequila bottle. We made 4 shots with Valdi, me, Martins, and Chris. I just said to a new beginning, and we just just drink the shot, and we start the next day, as a new beginning. Basically, that's what we did.
I'm full of shit. It's pain. Like I feel the same pain as he feels. Like for real. It was heartbreaking, but like when I saw that injury, like when I saw the MRIs after, like okay, he's gonna skip this season. He'll have to stay out. Like he's not gonna be able to play for a few months. But the way his mentality is, like I don't have doubts that he's gonna come back next season even better than he is right now, because he will have a chance to study the game. He will have a chance to work on his upper body. He will have a chance to work on his strengthening his legs, stuff like that. So I don't have doubt that he's gonna be back and even better and stronger and wiser than he is right now.
Well, the injury to the knee, this type of injury, is an injury to the ACL, or anterior cruciate ligament. And this is a connecting ligament that connects the bone that's at the top of the leg to the bone that's at the bottom of the leg. And it's an important stabilizer to the knee. Now, this ligament can be injured in any stopping and turning injury. If it's very violent stopping and turning injury or twisting injury, this ACL can be compromised. And in Kristaps' case, he basically was going up for a terrific play. He had gotten great penetration to the basket, slammed the ball into the hoop, and then got a bump from the guy that he was playing against, and his foot hit the ground and what we call inverted at the ankle. And as it inverted and stuck on the wood floor, it twisted his knee in such a way that the ACL was compromised and torn. That's what happened, and that's how we lost the ACL. So the ACL is torn and has to be surgically repaired. See, I didn't see the scan, but I assume it's a full thickness tear.
It's full tear.
They may get in there and find a meniscus, because that's what I told David. I said, don't be surprised if it's missed, and he agreed. We don't know if there's a little flap of, that's good, we can clean that up too, okay? So we can clean all that stuff up. And the nice thing about the patellar tendon is, it heals pretty quickly. I mean, it's a quick heal once that bone takes, So the outside number on that is like 6 months, and then we start. But that's when he told me right away that there was no swelling. I kind of wanted to get in there and do the surgery right then, but you know, I mean, and it is true. Maybe wait a couple of days and see if it swells up. But if this is where we're at right now, there's not a lot of inflammation in here. That's great, because we're going to cause inflammation. Do you see?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of inflammation in that knee when we get done. So, you know. So he has, you know, a natural amount of laxity, a lot of laxity in his knees, and I'm just getting a feel for that. They're going to take it out. They're going to take the piece out from here, and they take it out with a little piece of bone. He described that, and a little piece of bone on the bottom. So he takes a cut out of the center, and a piece of bone from the top and bottom, and then so he has this, and then he goes inside and puts it in place of the ACL, which runs, you know, from the femur to the tibia, and it stabilizes the knee. That's why when I pull on your knee, I'm like sort of testing that. And then he'll probably use like a screw or a hole. He'll take a hole and sew it through the hole or whatever, but he'll anchor them either with that or a screw or however they do it technically. But they'll anchor that thing in there, and that's it. It's good to go, and it will. And the bone over the months ahead will heal. Right?
We are thinking about having stim. You mean like
We have stim, yeah.
for
We have electrical stim.
Yeah, we can buy one also, right?
Yeah, you can buy one. Also, you can do. I mean, I don't think you're gonna need it, but you could get a game ready. You know, with the good. You do have one.
We have get
Great.
ready.
I don't really like it for this, but
No,
you
me
might like it. I like a lot of ice massage. I do.
Yes,
I do have
I agree
ice
with you.
massage. You know, I use ice massage and just a manual ice massage. I think
I agree
it's
with you.
terrific.
We have the Indiva also that's gonna
Good.
help us for the swelling.
Great.
But I don't wanna use the game ready for the pressure,
Yeah,
or
for the
maybe
pressure,
if it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
like some blood. You say that is like.
Blood clots?
Yes, so at the beginning or whatever, with the game ready. So I agree with you, like ice massage, the Indiva that we have, the steam for his
Yeah.
quad, and my hands and Kepi.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. And then you have the rest of the body
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna go
to
after.
build it.
And we're gonna start right now. So I don't want to waste time. I want to go on the floor and let's go
Let's
train.
go.
Yeah, why not? Right? Is you're okay with it? Can we
Of
go
course.
train?
I mean, we've been doing,
Okay.
we've been
I
trying.
got nothing else to say about this.
We've been
That's
trying.
Tuesday, baby.
We've been trying for him to don't lose,
Flexing, yes.
to don't lose that much strength.
Yeah.
So we've been 2 days like activating.
Great.
Yes, he was kind of like sore in this one, so we tried to find a way for him to activate without no pain at all.
Yeah.
And then like massage for
Yeah.
cleaning, the Indiva,
Great.
ice. After your treatment, he feel really good.
Yeah.
So-
Did you do any isometric stuff just to
Yes.
keep some
yes,
stimulation?
yes,
in there? Great.
we've been doing activation. Yes.
Drop down. Freeze. Hold. Come on. Hold. I'm moving my hands. Hold. 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 I'm moving my hands. Hold. 30 seconds. Hold. Hold. Don't lean away. Good. Toward me. 2. Come on. Relax. Good. Good. Easy does it. Good. Good. Well, come on. You're good. You're good.
Vamos.
Good. Come on, down you go. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. A little further this time. Come on. And remember, you're gonna want to lean away from that left. Lean towards it. Good. A little lower. 2. Oh, shut up. Got you. You have it. Good. Walk it out. Easy does it. Easy does it. Good job. Good job. Good job. One more time, maybe the last one. Relax. Breathe. You feel that left side?
Yeah. I'm trying to put also
Yeah.
weight on.
You see how quickly you don't even realize it, and you disengage that left side, and so you're walking like this,
Yeah.
kind of, you know? And that's how quickly we lose it, okay? But this is also how quickly we get it back.
Yeah, like this is it's like I'm doing work like I didn't even have an injury, you know, and like my muscles are actually like.
That's how quickly we get it back. It's about precision.
De aquí al martes verás cómo vas a sentir bien. Eso nos va a ayudar mucho.
I think I can play, man. Doc, I think I can play. I'm good.
Feels good though, doesn't it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
It actually feels good, right? Like
Feels
to get
great.
the activation,
Yeah.
you know? But that's how fast we're gonna get it back, you know? So you can get the hitch out. 2. Get the hitch out. Come on. No waiting on the top. 3. There's nothing up there for you. Come on. 4. Yeah, so I figure on the junkets up here, all we're gonna do is therapy train, eat, therapy train. That's it. We got a few hours up here in the morning, and then that's it. You know, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Triceps?
Yes. A little bit of triceps. 11. Way to stay off the top. 12. No problem there, baby. 3, 4, 5. All the way down. Oh yeah.
Man, this feels good. I haven't been doing anything these couple of days. I'm like, it's good to be back doing something.
Baby. I'm telling you. Get that off your face. 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 Yeah. That's why we call them skull crushers.
Yo, you were holding it down at the end, Doc?
No, no, that was the way.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna die right
I
now.
was just keeping it over his face. That's why we call them skull crushers.
Should my diet change now?
Yes.
Yeah?
Carbs, less carbs.
You don't need the carbs to fuel you so much. You know, the carbs should actually come down a little bit, you know, especially if you don't want to gain the fat. You don't want to gain too much fat. There's not really a role for carbs. When you have playing 82 games a year, you got to have carbs when you're in season. But now it's not so. It's kind of like going to that lower carb. You agree, Val? You know, like he doesn't need so much in the
Now for
carbs.
healing, of course, he needs more protein, amino acids, and all of these things. So
Bone healing is what you need. You have to treat it like a fracture. A lot of people don't realize that because the key to this, the key to the healing in this, is that little piece that David's going to take from the bone at the end of that patellar tendon. And that little piece has to fuse like a broken bone. So we're going to give you like minerals and boron and calcium and phosphorus and all the stuff like bone healing. That's the key. That's what speeds this up. Bend your knees a little bit. Bend. Now raise both. Okay, good. Okay, so now what I want you to do is we're going to bring the whole thing back down and up again. Good. I love this exercise for him too because, you know, it ties in a little bit of thighs, you know. 20, 5 to do, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5.
Fortunate to happen, but I'm like out. Right now, I see all the positive stuff that I can get out of these 9 months, whatever it is, you know?
Yeah.
That's the mindset, like, just positive every day, come work, rehab, and then I have a lot of time to fucking read books, to work on my mind, to like, whatever it is, you know, so.
Great.
It'll be good. He looks like a little kid next to me.
si le damos el ascenso, mejor.
¡Vamos por Fikis!
Pero vamos a intentar activarlo en la medida de lo posible sin causarte dolor, ¿vale? Así que lo suyo es que tú vayas contrayendo entre 3 y 5 segundos y vayas aflojando entre 3 y 5 segundos. Y hacemos 10 series de 15. Son 150 en total, ¿vale? Si me dices, si te duele mucho, me avisas.
Vale.
O si molesta, en realidad.
Vale.
Y buscamos otra forma de hacerlo. ¿Vale? Venga, aprieta. ¿Duele?
No.
Venga, 1.
Yeah, hold, fix. Yes, I'll move my hands. Hold. 20 seconds. Hold. Beautiful. Doing good. Come on, come on, come on. Give me a little more. Fix it. Up. 9. Come on. Fix it. I got you. I got you. I got you, baby. I got you. That's squats. That was great.
Pero esto es más grande, tío. Sin hacer nada, el brazo está más grande.
You say it feels already bigger. I said, wait.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna be 12 pounds. 12 pounds I want to put on this between now and the next season. 12. So 5 kilos. Right? I mean, that's no problem. I mean, I already talked to Kristen. If she's gonna do it, I want like, you know, almost 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. Did you eat already today?
Yeah.
Just breakfast, right? Just breakfast? So you're a meal short already. Come on, son. 10 more. Remember our athletic pace? Fast coming up, slow going down, okay?
She's just trying to get the level.
Ah, yes. Beautiful. Go. Yes. Go. Yes. Keep it in the left. Really good. Actually, this should feel like the knee's a little more stable after this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna feel more stable because these hamstrings are gonna pull tighter. So it's gonna feel more stable. You'll really sense it now. That's the value of why I like hamstrings so much. You know, this you'll feel. Here we go.
Bardi. Doc, I'm scared. I'm gonna get too big, man.
No. You're not, listen, you're not going to be allowed to get bigger without getting faster.
Right.
That's the thing. Because remember what I said, what is power? It's not just mass, it's mass and velocity.
Right.
So you have to earn your bigness. Slow. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Hey, come on, baby. Come on. Yeah. 9. Strong. Come on. Good rotation. Good. Chest up, shoulders. Beautiful. Athletic. Forward. Yes. Slow. Up. Elbows up higher. Up. 3. Slow on the way down. 4. Slow.
Never done this before. Like this?
Make sure you're perfectly centered. Looks good to me. Okay. All right. Open to your fingertips. Open.
Tú creas ese daño porque realmente dañas el músculo, por eso se produce una hipertrofia, ¿sabes? Y ahí la proteína es fundamental porque va a sustituir todo lo que dañas, lo sustituyes con alimentos ricos en, o sea, alimentos proteicos, ¿sabes? Pero claro, si no comes hidrato, después al día siguiente no tienes fuerza para tirar otra vez, ¿sabes? ¿Entiendes lo que te digo?
¿Por qué me das tanto en el cuádriceps, tío?
Es porque tengo que sacarlo para afuera, ¿sabes? Aquí tienes el líquido también, ¿sabes? Y que es...
Ah, vale. Sí. Uf, ahí me sienta de puta madre. ¿Dónde está el líquido, sabes?
A recuperar, tío. Hoy Doc me ha matado. No, he hecho piernas. Estaba temblando ya la tercera serie y he hecho 7 series más después de eso. Locura, tío. Bíceps, he hecho un ejercicio que nunca he hecho. A ver, lo he hecho...
It's hard in the States. Like, I feel like when I go abroad, you can trust the food so much more. But here, you have to really seek it out.
That's the thing. From where we come from, everything is.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as organic because everything is
Everything
in the first
is.
place organic. But
Yeah.
you don't even have to call it that way.
No.
I would say that we have a Ferrari and we need the best gasoline
Yeah, of course.
and oils possible. You know,
100%. Yeah.
if we can do it, why not? But
Yeah.
We try, like what I told you, with restaurant delivery and all of this, but I don't think it's working well like that.
Yeah.
So now he's not gonna be able to I don't know, to go out that much or whatever. So we wanna be like working hard, because now if he worked hard during the season, now he's gonna have to work harder, because we're gonna have like 3 sessions a day. Doc is gonna kill him in the weight room.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So we have a long way.
Like in terms of how I would approach it, I would do, start out with really just focusing on recovery, rehab, helping him feel better, and getting more energy as he's like in recovery, and then phasing into the next step of like building
Of course.
and bulking up and all of that post-op.
That's exactly right. You probably know the foods that can help me recover quicker from this, or just if that's 1% of all of that, it still makes a difference. So, and
I would see this as maybe like a 6 meal a day situation, where we do breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 like pretty heavy snacks, and then potentially we'll start making like some really specific shakes for you that aren't just protein powder and whatever milk, but like actually restorative type stuff, collagen, all that. But yeah, also whenever, like, maybe send me an email or something with likes and dislikes. Just start thinking
I
about.
appreciate everything, so it's
Really?
we all eat everything.
and even if I don't like something a little bit, you tell me it's good for me, and I
You'll
just
eat
change my
it.
mindset, and I'm like, I love
We
this.
do not come from
Picky.
privileged backgrounds, so we. If the food was on the table, you better eat it.
You eat
You're
it.
not leaving,
Good morning. I'm on my way to the hospital right now. About to have a surgery in a couple of hours, and so I'm not excited, but I'm ready to do it, and then the real rehab starts, real recovery and everything. So I hope it goes well. Hopefully it will, and then I'll do my part and do everything I need to come back stronger and come back better than ever.